Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with another Scrap Backwards page, and I'm using a sketch from Scrap-A-Sketch. This is the Sketchy Recipe number 14, and I'm going to show it to you instead of printing it. I'm showing it to you on this iPad, and I'm hoping that that comes through. I think I'm trying to hold it so that there's not glare from the lights on it. But basically there are 2 rows of squares here, 1 row of squares here, and a photo cluster in the middle. Mine's gonna look a little bit different from that, but basically you get the idea. So I'm gonna turn that off and put it aside, and then we'll start working on stuff. I have cut my squares out of this polka dotted paper, and I've got some other little images. I dry fitted so that I could see that I had enough stuff, and then I'll do some other embellishing later. I'm going to put these guys kind of overlapping one another, maybe like so. I've done this a lot lately. It seems, well, first of all, I could show you the originals, and I intended to bring them back to the table, but they're still on my scanner at the moment. The originals are brown. The only colors in the originals are brown. They're printed on photo paper and have been stored in the original packaging that they came in from a well-known mail order photo processing company, and still they deteriorated. They lost all their color. So I've scanned them, cropped them, kind of pumped up the original colors, and you can see that when I ran the same filter on these, and when it picked up this photo of John, the water had kind of a bluish cast, and there are a lot of waves right in here, and this is the sand. But when I was in the water, and it was the same water, it picked up the greens. So, and if you look at the originals, it's all brown, just different shades of brown all the way through it. So it's terrible. It's really a shame that those have been lost. So what I'm going to do is a fairly colorful page that is going to have a lot of whimsy to it. And what this photo came from, I'm gonna skip that and look what I've got back here. I didn't want to do that with it because I knew it would do that, and pull that off. So I'm just gonna kind of put these down and eyeball them. I'm going to kind of I'll try to make sure that the spacing is even with what I'm doing over on this side, and then theoretically that will look somewhat even. So I'm going to alternate squares of paper with open squares that I put some embellishments in. These embellishments have all been fussy cut from the packaging to the Beach Party collection by Carta Bella, which was a collection that was given to me for a guest design page that they wanted me to do for Scrapbook Your Joy. And they are no longer around, and I miss them, and I loved every single minute of my association with them, and I hate that that they're gone. So let me get that in there. So I've got that. And then I had some red flares. Some of my red flares have numbers on them, and one of them I think is plain solid red. And I'm just gonna not worry a whole lot about whether part of the number shows through when I put the embellishment on top. I'm just kind of doing the flares to add a little color, and the numbers have no particular significance. I think they were originally part of a December Daily set, maybe. And those numbers represented the dates, and I don't do December Daily, and so I didn't order them, but they came in a kind of I'm hearing a dog barking, and I don't know if that's the dog next door or if that's Reese. But they came in like a grab bag sort of thing that I may or may not have picked up at the Dotty About Flare crop in June. And I just thought the colors kind of went well with these. And since I knew that the photo colors, I'm using my Scrap Backwards kit, but I didn't go backwards for this page. I actually knew that I was going to, well, kind of I did. I looked and thought, okay, what do I have in the kit that I'd like to use? And I saw these little fussy cuts from the packaging, and I thought, ooh, okay, so I'll go look for a beach picture, and that's actually how I came across these photos. So once I came across the photos, then I thought I'm just going to go with that red because the photos are just brown and horrible looking. So I need to add some color to the page somehow. And then I'm actually fairly happy with the filtering, even though the water's different color. Okay, I have this piece and I have this. I'm gonna add some color to this. We're gonna see how this works. I have this brush, and I'm gonna brush some green on the palm fronds here. Then I'll brush some brown. Okay, that's a good green that goes nicely with the color of that turtle. And then let me do, this is sand down here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it brown. Gonna kind of start carefully there. Okay, that kind of works. And I don't know why I picked that particular tag. I just knew I wanted a tag instead of cutting a piece of pattern paper for a mat. And there were some, in the original, there were some strips of paper, and this is kind of replacing that. So I kind of want to do it this way. And let me get this on here, and then I'll do the title block later. I'll kind of do that way. And then, whoops. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to put a dot. Get rid of that. I'll put a dot behind the largest behind the largest leaf, and then I'll put some glue down there. Okay, that should hold. Okay, now that the bottom doesn't even show, and I kind of wanted that right there. Let me put this on here. I might want to bring this up a bit. Let me quickly do that before that glue completely dries. I'll do that. Then, okay, that needs to stay on there. Let's see, my okay. I'll let the square kind of go over the photo. I'll do that. And then I'll let this little guy kind of also go over the photo. Let me put these aside. And I've got this up on a foam strip, so I'm hoping, and that works. And then I've got this up on foam. I don't know if that's enough. I'll let it slightly overlap and kind of go off here to the right. And then I've got this multicolor arrow, which is not from any of those collections. I've had it around. It's been kicking around in my collection for a while. I had used all the other arrows off of that, out of the little collection it came from. I can remember the night I bought it, that set of arrows at Archivers. I think I was with Ava or Katie. Pretty sure it was Katie. But, okay, so that's got those things on there, but it's not just, the title's not just going to be Beach Party. It's going to be Beach Party Honeymoon. And so I'm going to write, I think I want the M to go there, so I'm going to just kind of eyeball it. And I'm gonna, I don't have enough O's, so I'm gonna have to improvise for the O's in moon. And we'll see. These are the only alphas that I had in my kit that I thought would go. I have some kind of muted colors. I don't have any brights. And I love these. I think I may need to double up those O's to have room. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm gonna do. I was thinking I'd use those Q's, but I think instead I'm going to use the 9s, and I'm gonna cut the tail off and kind of put them sort of like that, and they're gonna overlap. Come on. I'll try to do a better job of cutting this one off. Not much better, but some. Let me try to do it this way. And hopefully there's an N. Yes, there is. Okay, beach party honeymoon. We got it. And those go back into the kit. And we'll kind of get down to at some point, we'll get down to the process of going backwards from, like, what does my title need to be based on the words I have. Okay, I'm not going to use anything from there, so that goes back. I need a fairly large something or other right here. I'm debating whether to use this tag, but I need something bright, and so I thought, since I have this, well, let's see, there's the word smile that's in the right shade of kind of orangey red to match the these guys. And you know, I said I was going to let the square go under. I'm not liking that at all, so I'm going to have it stay where it was. And that temporary adhesive, I've had experience with temporary adhesives, used them in card making and other things, you know, for years. That is apparently too old to work properly, so not happy with it. Okay, so I could put the word smile right there, or I could put this batch of flowers. Let's look at the flowers and see how they work. These are from, these are foam stickers from the Brave and Bold collection, so they're really bright, pretty colors. They tend to be on the fuchsia side, so I was happy to see these bright orange ones. So maybe I go like so, and then the word smile goes across there. I just have to, I can't pass up these two the colors in these two embellishments. That collection is fairly old, so these have been around for a while and they're not tearing off cleanly, and that's okay. It doesn't hurt anything, except if you try too hard, it bends the foam, and then the paper that's on top of the foam shows the bend, and that's happened to me way too many times. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't hurt, but you'd kind of rather not have to deal with it. So for instance, right there, that bend shows. So I don't want that S right there. I'm going to try to peel this up and get it a little further up here. And then this can go there. Okay, and I see that some of the paper stuck right here. Okay. And I still see some, and that's going to bother me till I get rid of it. Don't know why I didn't see it on the other side. Let me see if I can grab it with my tweezers. I cannot. Okay, there. Now, there are some other embellishments on here. I want to do this one of a kind here because it's joining up a photo of John, and he was definitely one of a kind. I'm going to take this light turquoise flower and put it, I guess, right there. I'm going to start decorating the squares now. I like this kind of greenish, darker greenish teal flower. So I'm going to do it right there. So I've kind of got a little thing going there. Let's see. Here's another flower like that one. And I'm thinking maybe let's do down there. I've got this chartreuse lightning bolt, and we could do it kind of a little bit north of center on that one. I've got a couple hearts, the chartreuse and the pink. Do I have any pink on here? I do not. So I don't want any pink on there. I'll go with chartreuse and turquoise. And I'm going to go here and here. And then I need something for there and there. That's okay as it is. What else can I say? Here's the word together. Ooh, and that's peeling off just perfectly. So I'm going to put it up here because there are quite a few words down here. I'd rather have an image. So there's a star. I don't have any stars on there. So there's a chartreuse star and a teal star and a yellow star. And I think I'll stop with the stars. So all the squares have some sort of embellishment. I've got all these other things. I could do this on there, and that I'm doing that because it's in the kit and it's red and white, and that's kind of how it got chosen for this page. So I think that's it. I will obviously be doing some, there are a couple more photos. This was our honeymoon, although it was the summer after we got married. When we got married, neither of us had any vacation, so we took a day off without pay and a weekend. So we had a Saturday, Sunday, and Monday kind of honeymoon down in Galveston, which is just 20 miles south of where we were living. So we planned our a honeymoon to Hawaii the next year. And this was on Maui. We did a timeshare. We exchanged a timeshare. We had a timeshare in Austin on Lake Travis. And we exchanged our timeshare for a week in Maui. And we had made the drive from Maui to Hana, which was the gorgeous place at the end of the island that had the beautiful orchids growing on the side of the road. Just really amazing drive. But it was, I don't know, like a 30-mile drive that took 8 hours. It's that kind of road. And we thought we were going to die several times. But when we got there, it was well worth having made the drive, although we knew we'd had to make the drive back. So it was wonderful, and we obviously weren't great photographers in 1982, but there are definitely memories there, and I will be capturing those in some journaling that will not go on the individual pages, but that will go in the book. So thank you for watching, and I hope you're inspired to scrap backwards or to dip into your old photos and get some of those scrapped. I'm planning to do, if I can, to do something out of my old photos pretty much every day. I'm not happy with how that word smile isn't holding down here, so I'm going to put a little, there we go. I just put one of the little dots that I have. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye.